Lucky ones, in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how pro players such as Swag, Diaz Biffle, and Aiden solo squad 1v4 in Warzone. Yes, you guys heard me right. Today's video, it will be a live commentary educational video, 1v4 how to solo squad. And it's not just solely focused on how to get these high kill games, but how to close out those high kill games and get the dub when playing solo. Listen, man, when you guys start 1v4, you are gonna suck. You are gonna be complete but it's through repetition and time put into the game that you guys will get better and eventually be able to compete with some of the players that you see over on Twitch and YouTube. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoy the content. And only if you enjoy the content, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you're new here. We just hit 50K subscribers on our road to 100K by August. I don't know. I'm gonna set some crazy goal by August, but if you're new here, make sure you sub, all that good stuff. All right, let's get into it. This video is gonna be a little bit different, right? You guys know when I do these live commentaries, most of the time I'm going superstore, I'm fragging out, getting 100 kills. This is more of a recovery based game, and don't blink because you're gonna miss it, because I go from 0 to like, I don't know, 15 kills in just a few seconds, and I'm gonna be walking you guys through how I do that. But this is a game where instead of going superstore, what I did was, and maybe we could do a little recap of it. I did a scabby at first, looted up, got a loadout. I ended up dying when I threw the loadout down, going back, coming back, and landing back on it. So a little bit different than your superstore play. So if this is you, right, and you're playing solo squads for the first time, maybe you don't go superstore, maybe you're not confident in it just yet, and you get your loadout, do whatever you want to do. This is more of a slower start of a gameplay, but by having a slower start, you want to pick it up. Let's talk about the loadout real quick. Mac 10 with the C58 as my secondary, I believe. Almost 100% positive. Now, that Mac 10 is a really good pub stopping gun. It's got very, very good mobility to it, so you're able to finesse, which you'll see. Alongside the AR that I have, it's a headshot multiplayer. So if you guys watch my recoil control video, which it'll also maybe be on the screen, I tell you guys exactly how to hit your headshots, and it's not by hitting the head. So after this video, if you want to check that out. And let's go ahead and work a bounty, get our eco up. We're about $1,900. We're going to see how we got this. We got one player on the roof right here, and we're gonna see another player shooting at me. Now, I was trying to go for the little bit of a quick kill on that. It's not gonna happen. And here's me kind of thinking, all right, how am I gonna play this out, right? Both players disengage. It's not about getting too over aggro off rip, because you play too over aggro in a 1v4 situation, don't create that opening at first. It's gonna be difficult to it's gonna be difficult to finish up those 4 players. Now, what instead I'm gonna do is I have Deddy. That's gonna be my opening. So look at your loadout. What is your opening? Is it gonna be a stun, maybe to get a kill? Is it gonna be a dead silence, stopping power? Is it your positioning? Right now it's gonna be my dead silence. So I'm gonna pop this a little bit early. I have a bounty up in here, and I'm gonna slide in. He put a claymore down. Let me just rewind that real quick. So if you guys can't hear, he puts a claymore down. You always want to listen for the audio cues. You put one down. Okay. You put another one down. C4 mine, something along those tacticals where he's now blocking a doorway. I got to be careful as I approach this fight. It sounded like he put it on the right hand side, so I'm assuming this left hand side's open. I'm gonna jump in. Proximity mines already put on the floor. Both players have their back to me. Now I could either A, disengage, lay down, take the hit, and re-engage in the fight, or because I have both players behind me, try to take the fight as fast as possible. I'm gonna get one. Not going for the full kill and going for the second guy right there. I also threw a nade. Now, that was out of habit. You guys know, if you guys watch my videos a lot, every time I go for the full kill, 60% of the time, I like to use my tacticals for that, because I always like to have a full ammo clip in my gun. Always expect a third party. So that was out of habit. I ended up getting a team wipe, so you didn't really necessarily need that. And now I'm able to, well, which I thought, cycle back that heli and use as a rotation. But unfortunately for me, I put that heli in a chalked location, which we'll see in a second. I'm not able to get back to it, so now I got to go back on foot. But let's talk about the loadout. So C58, just like I said, is a very high caliber, high recoil gun. Imagine it like the AMAX. It's a gun that is going to do a lot of damage, especially if you hit the head. However, it's only gonna be good if you can land the headshots. You know, so it's a gun that more of experienced players will be using. If you want to, you know, find some resemblance with older guns, that is the AMAX. And then the FARA, yes, the FARA is gonna be like the Kilo. So, you know, choose your pick. Choose what gun's more comfortable for you. As I always say, especially in that recoil control video, use a gun that you're comfortable with, and use a gun that you're gonna land your shots with. Even if it's a weaker gun, a gun will do more damage if you're hitting your shots versus a gun that you're not hitting your shots, even though it does more damage. Look at the turn off. Look at the, what is that? The carryover rate? I don't know, man. Ian, put something up. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and loot up. 2 kills with 78. Again, this is a game that it's slow off rip. You're gonna see me pick up the kills really, really fast. End up getting over 20 kills and the W in this game. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that. Now, notice how I'm always playing the bounties. When solo squatting, you don't have a team with a lot of eco on your side. You don't have a team that you can call, hey, UAV, buy me up if I die. No, you are solo, simply by yourself. Solo boy summer, whatever you guys want want to call it. So make sure you guys are cycling these bounties, man, to get this cash flowing, because if you need to get a UAV, you got to be independent and get it yourself. And also that's going to, you know, dodge a lot of your time. So I'm gonna get one UAV. I'm gonna keep change in my pocket. This is buyback, so I'm gonna just keep that up. And one person's gonna buy back right here. I got the MAC 10 in hand, using that mobility to cross. And as I'm rotating, notice as I rotate, I'm not always just running in a straight line. I'm actually going down in the divot, down in the dam, using that as rotation, and also trying to move around, jump as much as I can. Got a player jumping in on the left hand side, gonna get a quick knock on that. That's gonna be a full kill. C58 in hand, gonna get a quick reload. Translate. I'm gonna push up into here. Player's gonna be up top. Now I'm gonna have eyes on this player. This is where things get fast, so I'm gonna try to talk really fast and also break every single play down very clearly for you guys. So MAC 10 in hand, gonna have a player on my left hand side, pinged the guy on the left. That's gonna be the bounty. I want to work this kill first. I have the player up top, not a kill I'm gonna be able to get. This player is gonna be AFK, gonna get that kill, assassinate him. And this is actually where I ended up getting quick punished on that one. Gonna get 4 kills right now, going back to Gooch. And that guy's gonna... That's what happens when you get a little too cocky. You know, this was not a game I expected to be as good as it turned out to be. But, you know, I was kind of messed around going from assassination. So let's talk about recovery. So I was recovering right here. I know where my guns are at. I know where 2 players are at. That player was Ghost. Another player is gonna be up top on that top building near hospital. I have 4 kills with 50 up. But there's still a loadout here. So I'm gonna go ahead and land on my loadout. I'm gonna go ahead and go for Ghost. Now I thought I was going for Ghost, so I actually run another perk here. This is gonna be a high alert. I didn't know this until later, but high alert's actually not a bad perk. It's not a bad perk at all, especially when solo quadding. Solos definitely highly recommend, but this is one where I'm picking up a solo quadding, and I'm able to frag out as much as possible. Ram jams in hand, little MAC 10 as well. Gonna rotate back to my loot to hopefully get my secondary. So now I have basically that overkill perk with not overkill. So he's going to end up taking my guns. He took all my guns but the MAC 10, which is unfortunate for me because I was hoping that he was going to pick up the AR, or the MAC 10, not the AR. Going to have 1 kill on that. Immediately notice, check the left-hand side to see if anybody else was rotating. I'm going to rewind that just a little bit. Just little peeks like this, man, will help save you. So I have eyes on him. I peek to the left. Now, what I do is I peek to the left. Although my centering's still only like right here, I'm not checking this area. I'm checking this doorway, right? I'm checking this doorway. No one's pushing out. I'm like, all right, bet I could go for the full kill right away. Immediately go into cover, try to get a secondary, and back into the spot that I know it's safe. Anytime you're playing solo quads and you're repositioning, if you can, reposition to a spot that you know has cover on it. All right, here we go. We're about to pick up some kills. 5 kills in hand, 5 plates. Got the MAC 10. Have a player coming in this way. Gonna get a tag. That's 1, 2 tags. Player's gonna rotate left hand side. Get that pre-aim going. Land a couple shots on that. Now I'm gonna think he cuts into this little doorway crevice right here, but he ends up actually running outside that door. They're gonna end up taking a fight now. A second team's coming in, and there's gonna be a third team also approaching. You can have eyes on one, going for the MAC 10 because he is weak, trying to get the full kill on that. Gonna use the crick to get headshots, landing the headshots first. A little bit more of an experienced play right there. Gonna be able to get that full kill as well. 6 kills now. Another car pulling up. I have to reload here in a second, but I break armor, so I want to go ahead and throw a nade because I see that black smoke. If you see a black smoke on any vehicle in the game, that means they're less than throughout 30% of HP, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to blow up. He's kind of juking me out. Disable that. There's a player that he's trying to run over. Gonna get the knock on that and the full kill. Holding my position, not over peeking in, nor am I over pushing it. Still holding the left hand side. I'm gonna pick up the right hand side. Gonna have eyes on him right there on the column, holding that angle. He's gonna peek out of cover. Gonna get that full kill back in cover where I usually go. Gonna have a ping on me, 23 meters. Gonna hold this with the Krig. I don't want to like put myself in an idle position. Switch to that MAC 10 for that mobility boost. Also checking up top because I don't know what floor he's on. He's gonna peek around this cover. I'm gonna get that full kill. So as I'm checking up, I'm checking left, I'm checking right, I'm checking anywhere possible other than just in front of me. Don't tunnel vision on one location. Again, reposition, gonna zip up top. Zipping's kind of a 50-50, right? Be careful when you zip, but in an area like this, I just want to get and go. A player's gonna be up top of me. I'm gonna hear that audio cue. I'm gonna go ahead and push up, but I'm not gonna see him here actually. Actually I do. He's gonna zip up, gonna get that kill. He ends up falling to his death right there. Get that full kill. 10 players, another player gonna land up on me. That's going to be my 11th. Going to go for the full kill right away. Now, I'm going for the full kill right away for 2 reasons. One, ask yourself this. Are you able to get the full kill if a third party comes in? Yes. Because if I get third party, they got to climb up the ladder or they're going to be on top of that building. If they're on top of that building, there's nothing I could do. And the second thing is, if I don't get the full kill, are that person down in a position where they could live ping me? Because if they're in a position where they could live ping me, I need to make sure I kill them right away. Because if they're knocked, they either have self-revive or a teammate. And by them calling out and constantly live pinging me, I'm at a disadvantage, especially being at that 1v4 situation. I get this question a lot. Hey, Lucky, why do you pop your parachute last second before you drop? It gives me a quick wide angle view to see if anybody's near me, anyone being a rat, laying down, or anything that I may or may not see. 23 meters on the player outside. Gonna hold a pre-aim on that. Notice I'm checking up top, checking down low, checking anywhere but just in front of me. Holding this down, 30 meters. Gonna go back to a zip. I'm going on the zip again. The second time zip is a little bit easier because I know I was just there. I killed a couple players there, so I know it's a little bit safer. 12 kills now with 37 players up. As a solo squad, 1v4ing, don't worry too much about your kills, especially when you first start, because you were playing by yourself. The longer you get into the game, the more kills you will get, and especially because you were playing by yourself, you don't have to worry about, you know, like another player or your teammate taking your kills, because it is solely by yourself. Now there's advantage and disadvantage to that. That's an advantage. More kills for you. Gonna have a player running into here. Slide cancel. Let's talk about the slide cancel move real quick, because this is very important. I know the player's down low. I'm gonna have eyes on him in just a second. I'm gonna tag him here. Now there's two players here. I'm gonna higher my volume. Have eyes on him. Getting shots. Now, as soon as I notice I can't get the kill anymore, I'm now holding the pre-aim. I immediately go into that hip fire sprinting position. Sprint into here. He's gonna sprint into the left of me. As soon as I see that sprint, that cue, I'm gonna sprint out away from him, not towards him. And as soon as that, I 180 and immediately go into the hip fire shots. Right here, I go in hip fire. I go to ADS. I notice as I ADS, I don't land any shots, so I go back into hip fire. ADS didn't land any of my shots. Or relocate your shots, reposition your shots, go back into hip fire, then I go back into the ADS. So many times do I see players, and then there's another player on me, so I'm gonna disengage, make sure I pop that parachute, get a quick reload in, disengage, replenish my HP, opening doors, closing doors. Now let's back it up real quick. I see this so many times where players, when they're in a close quarter fight, they are constantly ADSing because they're that confident that if they ADS, they're going to land more shots. That's not the case. If you hit fire, you're most likely, especially with the secondary, going to land more shots than you do ADSing. The only time I ADS is anytime that I know I for sure will land the shots. And if I'm not landing the shots, I go back into that hip fire position. Number two, so you said you'll notice me, especially in a building like this, constantly opening and closing doors. And the reason for that is because it draws enemies' attention either towards me or away from me or in a more cautious or idle position. Because if I'm closing a door, they think I'm on the other side camping it, slowing it down. They're going to hold that pre-aim in. Well, I could either A, relocate, or two, re-ping myself and re-attack that spot, I guess you could say, in a faster position rather than just creeping up through a doorway. Gonna have a player up above me. Gonna have a player right here. We go for the hip fire, slide cancel. Let's reposition this fight real quick. So I jump into here, eyes on. Notice my centering is always leveled with their upper chest. The only reason why it's on his head right here is because I'm in a crouch position. Boom. Hip fire into ADS. He starts moving. I go back into hip fire. I break his armor. He is now about, just by his position, about to start landing a couple more shots on me. I have 28 bullets to take less damage, and I'm only reasoning... the only reason I'm prioritizing my health in this fight is because of that third party. I know I could kill him if I just stood there like 100%, but if I get third partied, I'm going to have less HP. I'm going to go ahead and go for a right side slide cancel, go for the quick ADS because I know he's close enough, and immediately I'm relocating myself, checking up top to see if this player jumps down, a little bit of a cigar smoke, back into my position that I know is safe. Relocated now 3 times where I know is a safe spot to replenish that HP. 14 kills now, 38 players remaining. Get a quick reload on the Mac 10. Gonna mark that buy because I hear somebody pop a loadout marker, and if I hear that it's that close to me in that direction, I'm gonna go ahead and mark the nearest buy. There's so many times where people will buy a loadout, and this could be even you. When do you ever buy a loadout and take it across the map to pop it? Unless you're in a 2v2 situation or you're trying to get close to your teammates, most players are going to pop it right away. Gonna have a play right here, slide cancel, quick ADS onto the head. That's 15 kills now, nothing special about that. Have a player up above me, have a player to the right of me. And again, something I always like to reiterate and always talk about when I'm doing these live commentaries is, if you guys see that up red arrow or down red arrow on that red dot when you have a UAV, that means if there's an up arrow, they're a floor above you. If they're down arrow, they're a floor below you. If there's no arrow at all, that means they're on your floor. I didn't know this, but a lot of people don't know that over on the YouTube side. So I want to make sure I give you guys not only these advanced techniques, but every other technique that I use to help me find and execute these 1v4 situations. Mac 10 and hack, gonna pop that UAV. Boom, he's gonna be on a level position. Boom. This is a tricky fight, right? if you're on a controller, you know there's at times you lose aim assist. You lose aim assist when back at Superstore when they had the green pyramids. So if you're looking at a spot like that, down an alleyway, or right here through these railings. So this is what happens when you lose aim assist. I'm going to be showing you guys how to fix this. Supply run contract. Push it with the back 10. Hip fire, not ADSing. Gonna land some shots. Right there, I know I lose ADS. Relocate yourself. Relocate. Gonna reposition. Closing the door behind me. A technique you guys should 100% get down. Back at 100 HP. Maxed it in hand. Going for a little bit of a pre-fire there because now look at that arrow. It's one floor below. So as I peek this door, all I have to do is scan down low. I don't have to scan up top. I'm already looking. Look where my centering point is. Gonna land shots there. Again, I'm still losing aim assist and he's doing just as much damage as me. This is a 50-50 fight. I need to relocate and make sure this fight doesn't turn into that 50-50. I'm gonna go ahead and back up. Pop my HP. 37 bullets is enough. I'm gonna mantle down, checking doorways. He's still floor below me. I know he's got to be right here. One floor down. He's gonna throw a stun. I threw the trophy a little bit too later, but if he throws another stun or a nade, that trophy's gonna block that. Block that. Now, he's on the other side of the doorway, right? He's most likely to push up. We've done enough damage. We're this close. He's probably gonna slide in and slide out. I need to make sure that I'm ready to counter that with a slide cancel behind him, similar to how we saw about 4 or 5 kills ago. Slide cancel this. He over peeks this. Look straight ahead. I'm able to get to the side of him, get more shots onto him. As I slide to the right, I also bounce back up to the left. Right slide, bounce to the left, get that full kill. Close the door, relocate myself. 16 kills now on myself. 31 players remaining. A player's going to drop down right here. And this is another fight that I took that could have went my way. I tried to do the same thing. A little awkward because he pushed that door open, which just pushed me back in that corner. I'm already with 39 bullets down. I re-peek. He's still there. Does more damage. He breaks all my armor before getting shots down. This is when I know it's not a good spot. So I have to try to get my movement away. And I'm not able to really like execute properly, but my movement was there. If that second peek I didn't take as much damage as I did, I probably would have been able to kill him, but unfortunately I didn't. So that's the kind of the, you know, what you suffer and that's what you have to deal with. Now I have to look, okay, time to recover. We're talking about recover one more time. This is buyback, so this is my second life. How do I recover in a situation like this? $4,000, 16 kills, 30 players remaining. It's third zone. Fourth, fifth zone is when that next loadout comes in. So until then, why don't we just buy some time and do a scabby? Because we're deep going to hospital, and also going to hospital is not a bad spot. But one, there's a team there, and two, if it pulls away from hospital, I have to cross that dam with no ghosts, right? Because I'm going to pop up on their ping and no guns to fight at that long distance area, especially no double time to really dodge any bullets. So because of that, I need to think a couple steps ahead. Hey, listen, I need to back up and reposition myself into a position where that if I am out of zone, is this going to be an easier rotation? And before you saw it, I pulled up the map. This has a more favorable side in terms of, you know, what's in zone, as well as a quieter spot. If you didn't see at the beginning of the game, this was more out of zone. Most players are going to be on the opposite side towards Superstore, towards hospital. I went towards downtown to loot up and get my loadout safely. And because of that, I know that with these facts that I can loot this side and it be pretty quiet. Now, also when I'm jumping and going crate to crate, or, you know, construction zone to construction zone, you'll notice that I'm actually jumping at a side angle. If you don't know, when you jump and parachute at a side angle, you actually get more distance. The only thing about that is it's kind of a weird angle. You have to put yourself in a third person point of view to be able to see stuff like that. But, you know, it helps you get farther. So I'm going here. I'm going to cut it a little bit sooner because I saw a loot pile. Going to loot up top here. Going to have a scabby also deep. Just checking anywhere. $9,000 to work with. There's only 2 minutes left on the buyback, so I'm not really doing this for the buyback money. I'm doing this more of to get UAV money, to get a self-revive, all that good stuff. Jump up top here. Milano in hand. Gonna get this. And $1,500 to work with now. Now, I could get a loadout, or I could get a UAV and self-revive. What to do. I'm going to pause real quick. Let me know in the comment section below what you would do in this situation. You got about a minute until the next loadout drops. You don't have any UAV. You don't have any self-revive. What do you do? All right, so me personally, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I'm going to see where this loadout spawns, or I'm just going to take some time for the zone to close up. I have 16 kills. There's no rush. It's all about playing patient, right? Especially these end zones and solo quads. You could play aggro in the beginning. You can play aggro in the middle, but when it comes to the end, you don't really need it. I'm going to see that zone pool. I'm going to immediately get a loadout now, and I have 5,800 also to work with. I'm going to keep that money just in the pocket. Throw that thermite to draw more attention, and I think I dropped my daddy. Make sure I get that back. Yep. Loadout I'm going to go for is going to be my secondary class. And the reason I'm getting my secondary class here is because the next loadout is about to drop. So now I'll be able to have the AR and the submachine gun with 2 perks, if you guys know what I mean. What I talked about earlier, I'm gonna use the ram jams to kind of relocate myself. And I use this on my class. A lot of people use pistols with a fully loaded class on that. For me, at least, you know, the MAC-10 has really good mobility, right? But having a class that especially Endgame, could just, you know, move and, you know, bounce around really fast and kind of rotate fast with. The Ram Jam's got the fastest mobility in the game, I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel a lot faster, and I feel like I feel like I'm on thin ice with ice skates, or I don't know, some crazy stuff. So I'm gonna back up here, try to go for a bounty. Now I'm not going for the bounty for any of the money. I'm going for the bounty to see if I can spot anybody. No one's gonna pop up there. Gonna have 16 kills with 20 players remaining. Gonna have a most wanted on the left hand side, 2 most wanted on the left hand side. I'm gonna slow it down, check the right hand side as the storm moves in. Not going to see anything. Still using that MAC-10 and the high alert to my advantage to really see if there's anybody looking at me. And I got to start thinking, all right, it is time to rotate. It's time to get a clear rotation. Time to get all that good stuff. And basically to make sure we could close out this game. Throwing a nade by accident. Take note. Close your eyes. Don't do that. That's by far an accident on my part. And Endgame actually gets slow down right here. We got crazy hospitals. Slow down right here. Most of my kills were in 2 parts. Hospital and gonna be Endgame. You're gonna see me get in the worst location possible, get so many kills to my name. I end up having these stream snipers who knew who I was, who were watching the stream, who kept full sending me towards the end of the game, 1 by 1. So it was hectic, but we'll watch that and see how I play this. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that as my rotation. And now I can make a proper rotation. Something about this that I see a lot of players do, especially Endgame, as soon as they are on the edge of zone, they like to rotate quickly. They like to rotate first. Unless I'm out of zone, I don't need to rotate. Right there, I could just wait another minute. Zone might have pulled to me. I could have played that 50-50, and there's no rush for me to rotate at all. Loadout's going to spawn on top of this building, which is just my luck, so I'm not going to be able to get my second gun, nor is it worth it. I could easily climb it up, but it's not going to be worth I still have Deddy to work with, player to my left hand side. That I'm gonna actually work this guy on the left hand side and find another ghosted player working underneath him. So you got to be very cautious. Switches to MAC-10 now to creep open those doors. Gonna have eyes on that player above me. Gonna pop the Deddy. I think he didn't see me. I was gonna pop the Deddy, climb the ladder. 1 player below me. Immediately cut left to get out of his POV, his line of sight. Relocate and relocate. Re-challenge with a quick right side slide cancel. Get the full kill on that. Landing the headshot's gonna get the full kill. 17 kills now with 13 players remaining. Gonna have to pick up a lot of kills right if I want to get over 20 kills. MAC-10 quick reload. Deddy's about to run out, so I need to put myself in a position where I could maybe get some eyes on someone. Gonna get a UAV. No, gonna get self-revive. When it comes down to endgame, UAVs are helpful, but not as helpful as a self-revive, especially playing by yourself. There's a time where you might get sniped and boom, you're done. So what are you gonna do? Can't get back up. So instead, I'm gonna go ahead and go for the self-revive just in case of that. Couple players dropping in. 3 players actually dropping in. I have this good angle right here, and I'm landing. I'm gonna be able to break armor. They're gonna have eyes on me. I need to relocate though, because this player above me could actually have eyes on me and end up putting me down. Gonna go ahead and challenge on the right hand side, try to find a different angle. This player's trying to go for the revive, and this kind of got me a little upset because they're out in the open. There's players to the left of me. There's probably players to the right of me, and nobody's looking at this team right here. Everyone is just fucking 4 triplets over here just landed out in the middle of nowhere. Everyone's just letting this team rock. And I'm trying to get a couple kills here. I have 1 kill. I'm like, you know what? I got to try to get the full kill if possible, but I also got to watch my back. A player on my left-hand side, right-hand side, rotating 2 of them. I'm out of ammo. Going to try to use the MAC-10 and do some damage. Not going to get the kill, though. Going to definitely give up on that. MAC-10 only in hand. Another accidental nade, though. That's 2 of them. Okay? I'm not a perfect player. I make mistakes. And things are about to get hectic right about now towards this endgame. Players to the right of me. Players can get bought back up. Not going to know where he's at. Most Wanted is going to get picked up as well. I think he got 2 of them, by the way. I think his completed and he picked up another one. Weird. He's going to take some shots. He ends up going to die in a second here. There's VIP in this game. No one just like wants to fucking talk to them, I guess. 37 meters. Kind of just playing this building. And endgame, you want to slow down. You don't have to locate and push. It's all about slowing things down. And taking a building once in a while as that zone closes, because people are rotating right now. And unless you have a clear eye on getting these kills on this rotation, you need to just prioritize making sure when the zone closes, you're able to get those kills. A player's going to do enough damage to me. He's close enough that I know where he's at. I'm going to throw that decoy down, pick up that heartbeat, and use that decoy as for pretty much a decoy. Player's going to jump up top. He's going to push through there. He's going to clear that building. Notice there's no one in there. Going to try to look for a quick peek on me. I'm going to get that full kill. I need to get this full kill. 1 for the plates and 1 for the AR. Gonna have a higher alert behind me. Gonna go ahead and replenish my HP. Gonna get that AR. Now I'm gonna open that door. Quick door play on that. If you didn't notice, I got a higher alert ping from a player behind me. By opening that door, now he's at a cautious state where he's probably holding an ADS waiting for me to overpeak that. And instead, I'm gonna relocate myself. Get a quick reload on that. 19 kills with 7 players remaining. Mac 10 in hand, 47 in the clip. Now here's me laying down. I'm gonna play audio cues now. Wait for this door to open up. We'll listen together. Boom, opens up. He has his back to me. Get that full kill. A little upset about that one. Gonna go ahead and back it up. And now I'm kind of looking for the picks that I'm going to see rotating. Gonna have that high alert ping on the right hand side. Gonna over peek it. Not gonna see him. I'm still gonna re-peek it though. Looking, he's gonna be end up on the roof. Not a play that I want to go for. Gonna replenish my HP. 20 still with 5 players remaining. I want to try to kill everyone possible. And this is where I'm like, all right, I got to find a location. And don't blink, you're going to miss it. I'm going to take the bathroom. And everybody and their mother is about to get brought back up right now. So I'm holding this angle with that AR in the Mac 10. And I'm constantly checking left, right, right, and left. By holding an idle position, just watching one angle, you put yourself at a disadvantage for a quick peek on somebody, whether that's a sniper and AR, to do enough damage to you to put you down. Going to have more pings on the left-hand side, have that AR. Now, I'm going to use this buy station to my advantage because with that ping that low, that close, it's more or less likely that these players are going to try to hit that buy to get their teammate up or get a UAV or buy something. People are so eager when it comes to a buy station. There it goes. I'm going to play a little bit of a trigger discipline and not go for any of those picks. He's going to buy one up. He's going to relocate on the right-hand side back into that building. Far now in hand, 7 meters and 2 pings right above me. Those players are players that just got back up. So I got to keep that in mind and really just focus on the player that's in front of me. Player's going to jump right down back on the loop. Probably, you know, either going to take that building, rotate left or right. But I know it's going to get hectic. Now there's 6 players remaining, not including myself. There's 7. Still have that AR in hand. And now players are starting to split up. Eyes on 1. See, that player does enough damage and he's still shooting. I'm going to hold his corner to replenish HP, but not there for too long. Now 6 players remaining. Gonna have a decoy thrown out there to cause some chaos. Player on the left hand side we saw rotating. We're gonna go ahead and go back into cover, use this Mac 10 because of that mobility. Gonna throw a nade. He's gonna push into me. I'm gonna get that full kill. I have another player on my right hand side constantly slide canceling, not going for the full kill. Now 21 kills with 2 players remaining, 1 knocked. Mac 10 in hand. Gonna get a reload on that, get situated. 1v1v1 now, 22 kills to the name. Can I get the dub? Mac 10 is good to go, and that's gonna be my go-to weapon right now. Pinging up 50 meters. Now, if I ping in 50 meters and I don't hear the guy near me, most likely that player's holding an angle deeper. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna rotate through storm. Oh, just kidding. I don't have a heartbeat mask or a gas mask. Gonna hold this angle, not gonna have eyes on him. The 3rd player ended up dying, so now it's a 1v1 looking for the 23rd kill. And this player's gonna actually be above me. We're gonna hear him coughing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna relocate myself to put myself in a position where I am just waiting for him to jump off and get a free pick. You know, when a player's up top like that, I see a lot of players like constantly just looking up, waiting for him to pick, you know, over peak themselves. But by doing that, you put yourself in a 50-50 position. Instead, find a cutoff point to where they might jump off and find that kill. Mac 10 in hand. I'm also going to drop the heartbeat because I know basically where that area is at, the small circle, and use this stim because I don't have that gas mask. I'm going to slow it, lay down. I think we're going to see him jump across my screen in just a second. Still laying down, kind of snaking this little staircase. Can have eyes on him. Do enough to break armor. I'm going to go here, slow it down to see if he jumps out. That's what he's going to do. Immediately get the full kill. 23 kills to my name. And I'm able to get that solo quad W for you guys, man. Get a little hyped up too. You guys can't see me. But if you guys enjoy the content, the live commentary, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. If you guys haven't followed me on IG or Twitter, we actually posted our videos for the week. I want you guys to try to decode it. We have 4 videos lined up every other day. And yeah, man, hope you guys have a blessed day. You know, go outside, touch the grass, do all that good stuff. Later, guys, and have a good one.